guys, welcome to a little cozy hobby vlog. We're gonna spend the next few days doing some of my favorite cozy hobbies that bring me so much joy, that fill my cup so much. I've got some cinnamon rolls in the oven and I've already had my first coffee of the day. And I really want to spend the morning binding off the body on my Elizabeth blouse. I have been working on that for a while and it's finally done. The body's finally done. I knit way too long on the body and had to unravel, but we did it. We powered through it and now she's ready to bind off, and that's gonna take a little bit of focus. The pattern is written for the Italian bind off, and as much as I despised the Italian bind off when I first learned about it, I've gotten into the flow of it. I've gotten it to look the way that I want it to look, and I think I'm pretty good at it now. So gotta focus, lock in for that. It'll take a while too, so that's probably gonna be my morning. I look in a little bit of a different position. I had to go get the cinnamon rolls. I'd really like to go to a new coffee shop and sit and knit some more for a while. I really want to finish this project. I've had my next project circling around in my brain for the last couple days, and I'm going on a trip later this month that I really want to have it done for, so gotta get that going. Hopefully it'll be a lot quicker than the current project or the last couple projects that I've worked on. I've been knitting with super fine yarn, so they've taken such a long time. They turned out really well, but the next project is going to be a thicker yarn. It's going to be an Aran weight, and I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a really good addition to the outfits that I'm planning on wearing on our little trip. One of my goals this year has been to knit for my wardrobe more than just what yarn and what pattern just grabs my attention, and this is definitely going to be one of those pieces. I think my last couple pieces have been that way too, but especially this one. It's a neutral. I'm trying to go with the neutrals. I have so much super colorful yarn, so many super colorful pieces that are really fun to wear, but they don't go with everything, and I don't always find myself gravitating towards them because they just don't go with everything, and I'm trying to really simplify it lately. I've always been a color person, and I'm trying to go a little bit more neutral. It kind of stresses me out. I go back and forth between loving color and getting so much joy from it, and also it feeling kind of chaotic when everything is colorful. So especially when it comes to clothes and putting outfits together. So let's see if we can get this project done in the next couple days and start a new one in this vlog. I would love to do that. I haven't just sat and lounged in a coffee shop in such a long time, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably oscillate between a few different hobbies, my book, knitting. Definitely going to be listening to an audiobook while I'm knitting. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Good morning. It's definitely not morning still. It's afternoon now. I've just been reading this morning for a while, and we went to Costco for a bit before Josh had to go to work, so that was really fun. I love having a little stroll through Costco. And yesterday I knit quite a lot on the project that I'm working on, and I did finish the body. It's looking very stringy. Also started on a sleeve already because I just could not wait. But there's the bottom. There she is in all her Italian bind-off glory. It is tight. It is probably a little bit too tight. I can get it over my head. I tried it on already. I just like the way that a tighter Italian bind-off looks. It looks way more just rounded, and especially with thinner yarn, it looks a lot better. But despite it being a tubular bind-off, it can get tight if you pull it really tight. But I think it looks so much sleeker when you do. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's so much more rounded and pretty looking. Oh, the cat's gonna come and get my yarn. So we'll see. I just hope the blocking makes this a lot bigger in general. That's my hope for it. The length is good though. I'm happy with the length. It's a little bit cropped. I like something a little bit cropped. I have super short legs and a long torso, so it helps proportion me out a little bit more. We're going strong on the sleeve. I am really hoping to finish the sleeve today and do the second sleeve tomorrow and be done with it and get it on those blocking mats. Beanie is digging at my laptop. Interesting choice. This is what I was reading yesterday. I don't think I gave you guys a look at it, but what's that, Beanie? What is that? What is that? Yeah, this is what I was reading yesterday and what I've been continuing on this morning. It's pretty good. I read the first book and I liked it well enough. It definitely improved over time. I think I ended up rating it 4 stars. The ending was shocking. Shocking. Twist I never saw coming, and I felt so stupid for it. This is starting off better than the last one did. I don't know if it's because I'm already invested, but it follows some of the same characters as the first book, some different. So it's proven to be pretty good. First day, and I'm already over 100 pages through, so that's pretty good for me. I spent a lot of time reading it last night. But yeah, I am gonna keep knitting on the sleeve. The sleeves don't take as long as you would think. They're super short, or the sleeves are super small in circumference, so you can really make some progress on them. Once you start seeing that you make progress, you're just flying through. I'm already a good amount through the sleeve, so there's that. Doing regular decreases of 2 stitches every 12 rounds. That's what I'm gonna get up to right now. I'm definitely gonna need a break for my hands. I haven't been so into knitting lately that I've needed to focus on making sure I give my hands a break, but I have been going at it so strong the last couple of days, really wanting to finish this project. So I have to remember to stretch, and I'm not gonna be able to sit and knit for a long stretch of time all at once. So I think in the interim, when I'm taking that break, I'm gonna try to start working on a junk journal spread. I have been super bad about letting junk accumulate in the last few weeks and not actually doing anything with it. This is harder than I expected it would be. I am a pretty creative person. I didn't expect it to be difficult to put together spreads, but it's such a haphazard way of creating. The stuff that I accumulate is so random, it doesn't always go together. I definitely don't have enough stuff every single week, so I have been piecing things together from the last few weeks, just whatever kind of goes together. But I'm gonna challenge myself and work on that this afternoon, especially knowing that I know my hands will need a break, and it's a pretty low dexterity craft to do. I wouldn't be able to color or anything like that. That would require the fine motor skills and sort of like hand tension. And then later tonight, one of my friends and I are gonna be going to this place called Cleo's, which I've never been to before, but it's a book bar kind of situation. I'm curious to see what it's like. The photos look really cool. They look very aesthetic. It's totally my kind of place. There's another one of these book bars in Berkeley that I was interested in trying, but we're gonna try this one out first. I think it's a no screen establishment, so we'll see if I'm able to film anything, but I would really love to get some clips. It looks super, super cool. I can imagine this being a really fun place to go to when I have a night to myself to just read. I'm used to having spaces outside, especially over the summer, where I can just pop down and read my book or do some sort of craft, and I haven't really found that around here. I'm excited to find a place where I can be my little grandma self in peace. Hi guys. I have not really been up to much in the last few days. I did get a lot of knitting done, but other than that, not a lot of hobby time, mostly just working. And I'm home from work. I'm headed to a bar class for a little bit, but tonight I really just want to have a super cozy night and I'll have some time to myself. I'm really excited for that. Maybe I'll even finish the sleeves on this sweater. I'll show you guys what it looks like, but it's really coming along. We're so close. The sleeves fly by, and luckily I've worked on both of them. So that helps quite a lot. But we're in the home stretch. Normally I would have also weaved in a lot of the ends already so that I don't do it at the end, but it hasn't been quite that way. I am kind of waiting to weave in the bottom end because it is so tight. I'm wondering if I'm gonna need to undo the bind off on the body and redo it. I'm really hoping not, but I don't want to weave in the end too much before I figure out the answer to that question. So here we go. Yeah, one sleeve is pretty much done. The other is almost pretty much done. This right sleeve right here, the right sleeve only needs the ribbing left. I measured it and everything. It needs 6 centimeters of ribbing, and the left sleeve only needs a few more centimeters of regular stockinette, and the same thing, 6 more centimeters of ribbing. I think I'm gonna have enough time tonight to finish it. I really, really hope so. And if I can get it on the blocking mats tonight, that would be so ideal. I love blocking something later in the day so that it has a whole night to start the drying process. Then it doesn't feel like it takes so long, which it will take a couple days. I won't be able to see if it actually fits and is the way that I like it after blocking for a few days. But I am gonna try to get some knitting in right now before my class. I have like maybe 30-ish minutes, which is really not enough time to get in the flow of things, but that's okay. I want to take it where I can get it. And I'm gonna listen to my audiobook some. I'm listening to Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, and I'm already so obsessed. I love it. I've never read any Hannah Bonham Young books before, but right from the get-go, I was obsessed with the concept, was worried a little bit based on the synopsis that it was gonna be kind of cliche, but it isn't. It honestly isn't at all. I love the main characters. Oh, I just can't wait. I'm only like 4% in, but I can already tell it's gonna be an amazing read. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time doing that. Guys, I thought I'd come on here and give a little update, and the update is the sweater is done. It's done. It's kind of all I really have to say about it. It's on the blocking mats. The body is too small. The bind off is too small. I'm definitely gonna have to cut it off and redo it. But all in the name of doing things right, I don't want to struggle to have to put it on and worry about the bind off snapping and everything. And it's not actually as hard as one might think to redo the bind off. I can just straight up cut it off and pull out all the little bits of yarn, re-pick up the stitches, and we'll go from there. Probably have to knit a couple more rows of ribbing, and then I can redo the bind off. I did it all in one day. I think it won't be too difficult, but it's not what I'm currently gonna worry about right now. I'm gonna try it on a final time after it's done blocking just to make sure, but I did measure it and it's not any wider than it was when it was not wet. So I think we're gonna be out of luck on that front. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to update on. I also finished The Perfect Divorce. That was really good. I'll link my Fable down below so you can see what my thoughts are, but I really liked it. It was gripping. It was the perfect thriller. I hadn't read a thriller in a while, and it was just what the doctor ordered. I think I'm gonna end off here. That's been the last couple days for me, doing all the cozy hobbies, filling my cup, and yeah, I might start off another vlog now, but more videos to come in the next few days. I've got an exciting trip coming up, so keep on the lookout for that, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.